Raghu, how we will know this is foundation and the other one is MDF? How can we differentiate?
You refer to the note that I sent yesterday.
For the
Yesterday,
foundation, you will go into the instance.
yeah, that's the answer, Nitin.
Because for the foundation,
the language pack, can we delete all these entries?
Yeah, we can delete it. That's not a big deal.
Okay.
It should come up, guys. 1 second. One second. S underscore. Let me check that, Nitin. Why it is not coming up here?
that's fine. Raghu, go on.
Yeah,
Don't
I'll check that. Yeah.
Okay, go on. That's fine.
So we did change and we verified the changes, right? Whatever we have seen here. So these are straight away on your location object. But if you see the second half of these requirements, you can see there are certain requirements around your location address format United States. Because when you are populating and creating a location, you see there is a business address as well. These fields are related to the business address. And if you notice, these fields are populating after we give this country here. Okay, which means that they are dependent on this country, whatever the value that we are going to select in this country, right? Based on that, these fields are being displayed here. Right now, you can see for United States, when I selected United States, I can see address line 1, address line 2, address line 3, city, county, state, province, and zip. But the client is requesting, you see here, use address line 1, address line 2, 3, city, and you don't want to show the county. Okay, and he don't want to show the county, and he want to display only the county field, guys. He don't want to show the county field in business address field of United States. So these fields, as they are dependent on the country, they come from the country specific data model, guys. And here it is country specific corporate data model. And how you are going to identify or how you are going to change this is, we are talking about this change is specific to United States. Refer to the country specific corporate data model, and in the country specific corporate data model you will be able to find a separate section for the United States. Let me get that. Your country specific corporate data model, this is the one. Let me put it in. Okay, if you open this data model, you see you have a separate section for country USA, and if you navigate to the second country, you can see there is a DEU, and you can see all this country, Australia. Okay, and you see BGR, like that. You have a separate sections for each country, and as we are referring to the United States, right, the change whatever we are referring here is United States, and we are interested in changing the fields of the business address. Okay, go to that particular section, or you can expand that country, and you see here, click on this HRIS element, refer to the HRIS element. This is job classification, and let me open this HRIS element. Okay, this is the address line 1. You see here the address line 1 and address line 2, address line 3, and city, county. We don't want to show this county for United States. We are in the United States country filter, and we don't want to show this. Let me set it to none. That's the only requirement, right, with respect to United States. That's the only change. Okay. And if you talk about France, you see here there's a France. We'll take it at France in a minute, guys. Let me load this country specific carpet data model into the system, and we'll verify this change, guys. 1 second, guys. Let me save this.
Raghu?
Yeah.
So in the real world, we upload all the data models at a time, or we do it one after the other as per required?
See, the standard ones we load at the same time. I mean to say one by one. But the changes, whatever the changes you are doing it, right, it may go at a later point of time as always. There is no, you don't need to follow the sequence.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, this is your country specific carpet data model. 1 second, guys. Okay. So I saved these changes, and it should go to your provisioning system. Let me log into the provisioning system. So in your provisioning system, you are interested in loading the country specific carpet data model, right? You see, this is the one, guys. Import export country specific XML for carpet data model. Select that option, and we are interested in importing that, right? Go to here. This is the one, right? Country specific CSF, country specific carpet data model, and we added the data over there. Click on submit. Okay, your data model has been loaded into your provisioning system. Let me log into the instance here. So go to your administration tools and go to the location object. Your location object, manage org and page job structures. Okay, we are interested in creating the location. So let's say I'm interested in creating the, I don't want to even populate those fields, because if I select the United States here, you see here, now when you selected the country as the United States, you don't see a county field here, because we set that particular field to be hidden from the United States business address. So you see, you can visualize, right? These changes, whatever that are fields dependent on the country, those things needs to be configured from your country specific corporate data model, guys. I hope it is clear, right? The reason why I took is because I want to explain you some changes how you are going to do in the country specific corporate data model. So any change, you can see. Yeah, Nitin.
Okay. Yeah, Raghu, quick question. I got you what you're saying. So basically for country specific corporate data model, what you're trying to say is like address is country specific. taxation is country specific. So those are the things which will be provided in country specific data model, right?
Correct.
Like which are like like which are very specific to the, otherwise anything general will go into the general corporate, like a normal corporate model.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So anything, what is the other thing which you will generally have other than location in the country specific corporate data model?
Location and your what do you call the not biographical information, your social security number, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, and all
Okay.
these
Okay.
address related, definitely they'll go into the country specific things. And basically, like, you will be able to see only the job classification or job function will go into your country specific things. I'm talking about specific to your corporate data model, guys. So those things will go to your country specific thing. You can find them here itself, guys. If you open the
Okay.
country
Okay.
specific
Yeah.
corporate data model, you
Yeah.
can find them there itself. And
Okay.
I hope like you
Raghu,
are
what
able to.
about payroll?
Yeah.
Yeah, they comes under the payroll comes under your metadata framework, guys. They doesn't fall under your corporate data model.
Okay. Okay. So
So, like in SAP, we have schemas as well in payroll here.
No, we
no,
don't
no,
have
no.
schemas. We have only the business rules engine to achieve that functionality here, Sunil.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know, divert the topic. Go ahead.
yeah.
And Raghu, if we need to add some more fields, can we do it? Or is any functionality we need to do? Or
Yeah, we can add a couple of fields as well. You can see by standard, your success factors provide a lot of custom fields, guys, which you can use it. Let's say if you navigate a little bit down, each object will have around, you see here, there are custom string fields. Is standard weekly hours. Yeah, you can see there is a custom string field, which is left to the customer to use it. And you can see the customer string 2. Let me navigate a little bit down. 3 customers, custom string 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a lot of fields, guys. Around there are 80 custom fields left out for each object. You have string type, right? At the same time, you have date type, and you can see date type, custom date type, one field, and custom number type. You can see each type at least you can see 20, guys. You have a lot of custom fields, guys, especially in your employee center. You have a lot, and even if you exhaust it, you can go back to your support team. They will be able to add those fields, guys. You'll be good enough with these fields, guys. Even if you are exhausted, right, you can go back to the support team. They will be able to add the custom fields for your company.
and Raghu, these fields they fall under what?
You can also do it.
MDF or they fall under
No,
something
it
else?
depends inside the object, right? We are talking about these fields inside the object. That is the reason each object has its own custom fields.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are talking about foundation object, that specific, like say location got its own like 60 or 80 custom fields. Let's say if you are talking about legal entity got its own custom fields, the generic object, right? You don't have any limitation over there. You can go ahead and create n number of custom fields.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Raghu, this custom field, instead of going to the support, can we do a cut copy?
No, you cannot do that.
Okay.
Yeah, the database needs to be adjusted, Sunil. So
Okay.
yeah, they do something on their back end. After that, they'll tell you that this is the field that has been added. They'll give the technical field ID, and with that we can go ahead and extend that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Raghu, do you think, I mean, it's better to change in the source or better to change in the table view?
No, if you're comfortable with the source, right, do it in the source, guys. You don't need to go back to your because I don't know, like you'll have XML pad, but if you don't have the XML pad, right, you'll end up in trouble. So if you start doing in the source, right, you can do without even XML pad, you can do all the changes. Yeah. Okay. And what I recommend to you guys.
Raghu,
Yeah.
see, if you change the end date to both, what does the document says is it does not appear on the UI, but it is used only for reporting purpose.